our seniors to finish up. Not only did they play well, but they played about a half, and then they had a great time cheering on the rest of their teammates, and that showed great leadership. I'm appreciative of the fans that came. It was a fun crowd, and they were committed, and many stayed to the end, and our players really appreciated that. Our team was anxious to play. It showed, especially in the first half. They were resilient through the week of practice, and so we're looking forward now to going on the road the next 2 weeks. With that, I'll take any questions you guys have, if there are any.
Bronco, when you have a game like that where you come in, and how do you gauge when you're going to start putting in some of the other players and start making some of those substitutions?
Just when it's clearly going to be one-sided and the execution is demonstrated, I think, at a high enough level. Almost took Riley out before the half, maybe toward the end of the second quarter. Same with Jamal, etc. So try to gauge it based on how I think we're performing, and then also in relation to how we stand against our opponent at that time.
Of the guys you did end up getting some extra playing time, did anybody stand out to you with what they were able to do?
I like Skylar Ridley. Just as his role keeps increasing, it just seems like he catches everything. And he blocks well, and he's tough, and he tries hard. And so I was impressed with him. I thought he did a nice job.
Anybody on the defensive side of the ball? Same
maybe Wani Unga. He's done a nice job all year in a backup role to Una Kavenga. And so I would say he would probably be the one that, if I had to say, was there somebody.
How did Craig Bills do in place of Joe Sampson?
Not bad. I think that it wasn't necessarily a game where Craig was featured or got highlighted a bunch, but did his job well, and I think tackled well. And yeah, I have a lot of confidence in how he plays.
Jordan Johnson didn't dress for the game. What are the reasons for that?
Jordan Johnson will play next week. Basically just team discipline. I gave him a bunch of hours of community service and some things to get done this week that would take all the way up till this game, which it did. And so he's back in good standing, and look forward to having him back with us on Monday.
Having to suspend a couple guys, Bronco, did that affect your mood at all tonight?
Yeah, I've been really saddened by it. I care a lot for every one of my players, and when they make a poor choice or two, it hurts a lot, especially when I build strong relationships with them, and I care as much or more about them now than I did before, and so I'm still committed to help them. It's just hard not to have them with us on a daily basis so I can help them.
Are you hopeful to have Zach Stout back? Or
he'll be considered again 1 year from now, meaning next January, if he meets all the criteria that not only I put on him but the university, then he could be reconsidered at that point. Anything else?
As far as the seniors coming out at the beginning, what was that like as far as, you know, the game preparation, but to be able to honor them that way?
Yeah, different than previous years where I have a chance at the end to do it with a little bit more time, and so yeah, we hadn't played the game yet, so there's a lot more I wanted to say, yet it wasn't really the right time, so just kind of a nod and a handshake, and we still have 2 games to play, so maybe after our bowl game in the locker room, that'll be a better venue besides what we plan on doing at our banquet.
Specifically for some of these guys that weren't able to play for a lot of the year, the seniors that you honored, but you know weren't dressed out for the game. What's that like for you to see these guys that have been a part of it but weren't able to, you know, injuries and things?
The one thing that has affected me more now than anything is when a player gets hurt, and so yeah, I can't say that I was calloused to it when I first started, but it affects me a lot more now, and so it's nice to be able to see them come out of the tunnel and be honored, and that they have a tough battle when they get hurt, and it's difficult. Anything else? Okay, thanks.